What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss an upcoming fight this Saturday, UFC 310, between Nate Landwehr and Choi. But before I get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly and to help the channel grow. All right, guys, getting right into it. We got a fight that is for sure going to be a finish one way or another. Nate Landwehr, Nate the Train, is going to be taking on Superboy Choi in a fight that, I mean, it's just almost a guarantee, a great fight to open up the pay-per-view. You got Nate Landwehr, who hasn't been so active. He's had some issues in the personal life. I don't really, he's had some loss. I don't really want to get into it too much. I think it'll take away from the fight, but the guy's got some motivation. If you guys want to look into what's going on with his life, just Google Nate Landwehr, personal life, and I'm pretty sure you'll find what you need to find. But he does not lack motivation in this fight, so to speak. So, and going against Choi, who, I mean, at one point, man, I mean, back in 2016, Superboy was, I mean, he was the next Korean prospect. That kid, I mean, the UFC was really pushing him. And he had that fight of the year with Cub Swanson, back and forth. Yeah, it was a loss, but there was still a lot of hype behind his name, and then got knocked out by Jeremy Stephens pretty bad. Like, just fucked up. Took some time off, came back, fought Charles Jourdain, got knocked out, taken the fuck out. And then he had the fight for Kyle Nelson, but Choi was deducted a point. So it ended up being like a majority draw. It was a weird fight. Came back, beat Bel Algeo. So now you have Superboy, 33 years old now. It's 2024. It's been about 8 years since he was this big prospect, and he's taken on Nate the Train Landwehr. And I think that this fight is going to be the end of Choi. I really do. He's dangerous as ever. He's got good striking, but I think Nate, what he brings physically to this fight, his raw power, his presence, his pressure, the dude's knees up the middle. This guy, he is a fucking train. He's a locomotive going straight at his fucking opponent. And I mean, you see him a lot of the times lose the first round and struggles to, he's got to get hit a couple times. And he's got a good chin. He's been put out before, he's been dropped a lot of times, but he has a way of coming back, just like a little mini Chris Lieben out there, just going out there, just a little fucking wrecking ball. And Nate Landwehr, I'm a fan. I've been waiting. I know he's got that little like beef with him and Billy Quarantillo. I don't know what the fuck's going on between those two, but that's a fight that I would love to see, especially if he gets through Choi. But I know Billy's got that fight with Cub Swanson as well. That's got to be coming up real soon. If not, I think the same fucking night. Hold on, I'm sorry. Why did I think that? It's not, but it's soon. But with Nate Landwehr, right? I mean, his win with Jamal Emmers, he got hurt early, was able to battle it back, and then just make Jamal pay. Before that, had the fight with Dan Ige, where Dan is such a tactician, consummate veteran. He really is like that guy who's like number 7 in the world. You really got to be a top 5 motherfucker to get past him. So it was a tough loss, but I mean, if you're not a top 5 guy, even if you are a top 5 guy, you're in it for a long night against Nate Landwehr. I mean, his only losses are to Dan Ige, Julian Juicy J. Arosa, and Herbert Burns, back when like people thought that guy was going to be a problem, right? But I mean, his victory over Darren Elkins, I mean, he had to dig deep, get bloody, get grimy, and that's exactly what that's where Choi struggles. He struggles being the nail. When he's the hammer, he's good. But Nate Landwehr, he can do it both ways. He can take a beating, he can bounce back, and that's where I think is going to be the difference in this fight. And I think Nate Landwehr, yeah, he might take a little bit of punishment early on, but I think 3 minutes into the first round, maybe even just going into the second round, we're going to see a different fucking fight. And Nate Landwehr's going to go out there and impose his will and make Choi pay for whatever punishment that he puts out early on in the fight. That's my prediction. Nate Landwehr, first, second, he's going to get a finish in this fight somehow. I don't know what round, but he's going to get a finish against Choi this Saturday, UFC 310. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think of this fight. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, but that's going to do it for today. Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.